It's in the first video, no. Yes, Samobo said the breakdown of the judgment, bro, because the first report in there, just a report. But this one, I will say to your boss, no break it down all the elements. Send a bay, I'll be near Hontias here, no who the assembly, a choir, again, they inform a judging decision. As I made here, a man for Eka. Sekuna no dear, and shall mammy, you know, any bushia for no, ebemo my year. I have Gossip 24. Let's go. So be me a subscribe button so now click the bell notification icon. Now that my follow you, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter at gossip24.com, and then gossip24 TV. Feel free to sub your comment section. Now I share video I'm for so you make a for tap send. And now I'm tap send. I say, "O send this car, or Montohi. O send this car, you free. O send this car, or more check. Reference code I'll be you see just send this car, J24. USA, Canada, Australia, Germany, Italy, France, UK, Spain. Send this car using tap send app. Yeah, come on. So, and then yeah, the first report in April. I say a real court session. I could say Kasai. I could say you on the court. I can what say. Now I'm more than the area say. Because I send by an area, one area supporting any idea or the Ghana for so in I say, court I can say, Mammy, you need no, Momuji Tumsa, Mamma Quinsono, or Moya Yere, into no Muina, the Beccabomo, now or Monco Yukuna.
Essentially, what she said is so many now, Akosua Serwaa, Attribution, no need to. And you can certificate in once a month. That is the decision of the court. The rest is up to the family to decide on the way to go. Yeah, they will be asking for the effort to make, especially my wife. Akosua Serwaa, she has supported me, and we have come this far. Mijirisa, judge didn't start here with the job of council. No, could they back up? No, could I be him? Mijirisa, no, could be him. Namishiram.
And not Odo Broni so they better say, oh, almost so. Say, yeah, quite can always home because I know another clients, no, I shall not enable you for you, no clients, and I ever ready. So, by you
must immediately come to court. Yes. But if you wait and the court, now the court is closed, we come to this, you have a lot of impediments.
So, this issue of bigamy doesn't come in, right?
Not at all. Not in this case. Not in this bigamy case. Does not come in this case. Not at all. The court did not try bigamy. Yes. And there was no proof, there was no evidence of the existence of bigamy as between Daddy Lumba and the Dodo.
So, how prepared is your client for the burial and the funeral?
Our client has always been prepared since the demise of the husband. She had lived with her husband for 17 good years. She had taken care of him during the entire sickness. Of course, we have been praying, and it's on record that even the night before that Luma passed on, she has been holding prayer conferences for the good health and the recovery of that Luma. So at any point in time, one's custom demands that she performs any rites in honor of a deceased husband.
You also raised the case that there was a dissolution of marriage between the plaintiff and the deceased. I mean,
that was not upheld by the court because the dissolution of marriage is not by only two people. As we said, the customary marriage is a marriage between the two parties, but also the two families. Yeah. So you cannot just come to court and say that the mere presentation of drink. What the court said, it may be true, but more evidence should have been led. Yeah. You can come to court, you have a right, you have a truth, but if you do not play by the court rules to support your case, you can lose. So what the court said was, yes, there is evidence that drinks have been presented, but that is not enough for Mr. Peninin to say that the customary marriage between Akosua Serwaa and Daddy Lumba.
So in effect, you are satisfied with the ruling?
We are extremely more than satisfied because we had all that we wanted, and then all that we wanted to prevent, we were able to prevent all that we wanted to prevent.
So the name?
The name is Osei Wusu with Akwasi Mensah from Cardinal Law Group, Accra, for Odo Broni.
But it is very important for you to understand, say, that is not what Mami Akosua Serwaa wanted. And yet, Nana Mami Akosua Serwaa call court or call because Mami Akosua Serwaa chira. Otewa, una busia penny, any lawyers, actual letter man. Say, so mo consider no. Emma ne be ye kuna ne bia na be because of Emma only the late Charles Kodofosu ewu ye entia no mo de or consideration be keke na mo be consider ama ba be ye kuna ne bi entia be ya on kana no ntu no be kuna ne bi sa said the more consider na and the Mammy Akosua Serwaa de and the Mammy Lukoda in court. The first one here injunction. Mammy Akosua Serwaa ka say injunction or sre so mo fa injunction into the late Charles Kodofosu emu ne so. Any ye ne hye ne so. Kopim say asema awode kwa akoda court no betumi akawie. Na court no entumi enyi injunction emfi so. Na court say injunction ne de ye grante. Nemo masema opese ode be die court no ye betumi atena ase aka asem no by 28th of November de. Na the ruling aba. Na betumi akwakoye mo yie in December. Ana say date bi am pese mo de share. E na mo akwakoye mo yie no. Na asema Mammy Akosua Serwaa de koda in court no. No pe enema baako enan. Die de kan ne se court ne fa order emra. Se ono Mammy Akosua Serwaa no and na the only surviving spouse of the late Charles Kodofosu. Put your biases aside and let's communicate here. When the Mammy Akosua Serwaa kwasere one. Die to so mienu and se ono Mammy Akosua Serwaa no court fa order emra. Se wo ho kwan se ono kwa na betumi aye kuna. Na se mpo so obi wo ho na e be consider enye ono mom no be consider obi. Court fa order emra. Na court nsa so fa order emra say ebusua peni Kofi Wusu entumi ene Odo Broni endili ti say the Odo Broni na eyeyere of the late Charles Kodofosu. Na esa ni science no osre court say court fa order emra say Odo Broni ntumi parody ne ho enka say oye the late Charles Kodofosu eyere. These are the 4 demands of Mammy Akosua Serwaa. Our de koda in court ene 28th of November ruling about so. It's ruling no e dey na inform a judge no a ruling no. E dey nkwa na judge no e kai. Mama walk you through. Me say high go 24. Enti judge no ensem o hyase no o hyase tackle the late Charles Kodofosu. Enti judge ne kai say the late Charles Kodofosu a legend. That lumba a legend of born no magana ha say oba bia oba that lumba akwema that lumba na oda na kuma so bia no or the wudi bornyom that lumba the wudi bornyom a ema oni omo wo ye nso no emba no dodo no eye 11 pe we eye fact say that lumba efri pa akoso ebusuemi that lumba emba law na recognize eye 11 that lumba fi pa akoso ebusuemi sansa we na judge no ene kan na judge ne ba aware hodo so say Ghana has say your customary marriage you recognize it you any no Mozambique you recognize customary marriage in Mozambique for there no e ma ho kwan e ma otumi ware dodo any essence or marriage by ordinance I know dear e monogamous in nature o ware ba ko a otumi ware biom sa ware we ina no you recognize e wo emrem and the judge no ba beka say Mammy Akosua Serwaa sra o sre say ono judge no enrule say ono kwani the only surviving spouse of the late Charles Kodofosu. So betumi ayesa na die ebegina na Mammy Akosua Serwaa de beto court nim ene adanse a nkofo mba court obedie enti eno be no de beto court nim ewo page 18 of a written address ni mu no omo kan wo hono mo say omo the marriage certificate original marriage certificate are attached to the document available as exhibit B. And no, ena judge no man the address no and some of the final judgment or can say but lawyer could see admit here say omo face practical hardship in meeting the demands of section 161 of the Evidences Act. Evidences Act section 161 no say ya won no be a wasa wo film ansa na yetumi admit bibi wo court no say evidence. Lawyer Kusika I say, oh, my lady, yes, sir. You face 1 or 2 challenges be. Na the original certificate ne beba. Na the one way ni mo die. Your copy. Into the original one no. Ebeba. Also no. Oh no, say documents be on the betu ni nim no. A bright be a friend Richard Oparisafo. Na onye fit. So be verify sad documents no. But Richard Oparisafo verify sad documents. Eno de o de ho asem no e beto nche on kasa bebre e wo ho because sad documents no almost suggest say if we hear consular Ghana mission and buy any ade on kasa bebre Richard Oparisafo no na onye fit so be yes about oye anyways na emremu no ye obi be e friend legal burden of proof you say maka say wa wo hwe video we ye me yere proof no lie on me. Say assertion na me make me prove some power me. Then I just saw ya me. Ebi a me no pictures. Me my show wedding ring, my show way. But se me can written statement mu anase baby a say wo ya me yere na de di dance ye. Say me wo marriage certificate wo a. Eno no burden of evidence. Say we be prove say sa evidence no ampa wo. Judge ni state is no ma be anyway. Say assertion is different, but say about the evidence there. I was say evidence now what to the so original copy of marriage certificate no. I was so to me provided. It's after say, Mami Akosua Serwaa lawyers. I communicate so omu face hardship being near the no me provide the original marriage certificate no. The omo de buy no na a copy of exhibit B no art say wo mu dida no. And na eno mpo na omo de buy no. Na just o matro so kese say extract. Na ono judge no etina se hwe ade ni di na say extract from a family book and that's a family diary. A known extract and omo de buy say your original marriage certificate. Now at least these were the words of the judge. Say at least enka plaintiff no counsel no betumi atry impo say omo call Ghana embassy no keep omo tro say Ghana embassy and certify document say and fa more. Now emra actually say in fact otra the defense counsel no and raises her objection we say Ghana ye evidences act no actually say obi the foreign documents be eba your requirement was a meeting. One of the requirements ne say it was say Ghana mission no was Germany no and na oversee normal certifies our document no omo no mo ba suma sa document na ba say kofa be bia na eba enye legit and my judge no agitumu say oni objection no raise ye no eye adwen pepe enti ono judge ni so notice ye say foreign signatures our documents so. Now foreign signatures no say be what documents so. Na say marriage certificate. I was say free marriage restaurant registrar no hono. Na marriage registrar no kra no say free ne ho a eni say ko nipa da se ni bia ho. I was say straight e ko German embassy hono mo. Ansa na ba court ho ansa na court na consider. Say e fa be bia other than these channels awabo dina. Sa certificate no omuji tum wo court hono ma enye yie. Sa signatures no omuji tum a enye yie. I was all the marriage certificate ba ye who register any signature also. Now, judge this also to also can say about the marriage certificate. Mami Ernestina Fosu, aka Akosua Brempoma, right? Or can I say time at the late Charles Kodo Fosu any Mami Akosua Serwaa sign on my wire and cratan. Now or no Akosua Brempoma, now or Honobubi. But time or more yeno interrogations no cross examination near the end of more bit or more total no. Or more than call paragraph 8. Of ono akasa na dance ye nsem o choe no a o cho ho no mo se Mami Georgina a je se Mami Akosua Serwaa de power of attorney man no ono na no ogina ho emra na je se that lumba ne Mami Akosua Serwaa esensan krata no e wo Germany enti lawyers to ebisa no se wo say na wo gina ho bi nanso our paragraph 8 no Georgina dipe e na wo boy ho adenti ne ba ne sa e ho no judge ne kira answer Mami Akosua Brempoma e de bae no e kire say ne tuemu e na the late Charles Kodo Fosu ene Mami Akosua Serwaa sensan krata no afei so ohu ye wa exhibit O ye pictures of the late Charles Kodo Fosu aka that lumba ne Mami Akosua Serwaa mo sensan krata no me so was pictures ni bi eti judge ne say na o expect say so mo the document that tunanim say we ye aware ho krata na at least obehu baby a Mami Akosua Serwaa signature nie that the lumba signature nie now so we hu documents bi asa e wo nanim ho it's document omo de brand ne die extract complete and omo de brand it's a hono judge ne bone to fa say aware ai ware wo court die no ma mienu na obetumi die prove either marriage certificate and as a license but the omo de begina court ne die extract from a family book and as a family diary it is our evidence we no gitumu a enye yie. Now an example Frimpong and another versus Nyako a case a called Supreme Court in the year 2013 on one key evidence because court no a ruling say inadmissible. It is hungry or no so can say Mami Akosua Serwaa krata or de begina court nim say we a certificate we a no omo court no mujitu mu bia na enye yie. because Oma authenticate, Oma identify, and Oma certify and go through the right channels. In the same PM or court, there is no one no judge no ebe to me abua. The least and come to me and it's come back to BB cry at the German embassy. Nanka magic BSC or German embassy. And now person many obi every German embassy. And ya Ghana had no Germany what no. What is it? Nanka ba no a bagan has no about church, but ni nani be happen. It's marriage certificate in the na ojitumwa enye because omo kan wo omo krata ni so mo original marriage certificate so dey na otwen and it's obe hu original marriage certificate so dey buy yi na no ba ko dey boldly atwe so say extract adanse for ne say no mu gina ho na that lumba ne mama Akosua Serwaa sense no I expect say ko be hu omo signatures e wo so there were even letters just say letters no copy omo kira e ka ho no signatures no e different ni na judge ne ka say sa nyoma ni yira no amana kai asama esi a copy of Supreme Court in the year 2013 Frimpong and another verses nyakono oje evidence to ma enye yie enti at this point no na judge ne determine say de obetumi ama na gina so ama na ka say ampa aware bi wo ho no mo between Mami Akosua Serwaa and the late Charles Kodefosu enti no obetumi rule say Mami Akosua Serwaa nko na the surviving spouse of the late Charles Kodefosu no bibia ni obetumi gina so enti sa request na Mami Akosua Serwaa esre edi free or no judge no no so the man na enye yie in this case no Mami Akosua Serwaa ne civil aware no judge no e ka say exist e wo court ha because o mo to be improve evidence no and tally nti e ho no first request no Mami Akosua Serwaa elusi now judge no eba Odo Broni side honomo and the judge no be ka say second defendant no Odo Broni when begina court and testify there nemom or the interrogatory speeches and the oath eba just so chiremu time or marry the late Charles Kodefosu time a oshia no any ade what as he say from 2006 honomo and as he say oshia no the second defendant ne kaye yina HS ampa under the lumba etwempena before 2010 Emma dance for be gina mu man in this case no Odo Broni no akonta no enso nsem a okaye no ene de ma me Odo Broni kan no etali because dance for no be gina ma Odo Broni no one de odi dance say wo ho ene na omo ye amamre kwan so de no e de ama Odo Broni na so mmeka ya Odo Broni dance for no baye no or show videos as also show photographs. What I say? There's our videos, the photographs no. In your man that the lumba. Now all refer to Odo Broni as Niyere or Chia Odo Diachi Odo Broni any Odo Broni Mano. Now pictures ni bi wo hono ma. Judge na kasa na ka pictures ni bi wo hono ma. Pictures of Odo Broni that the lumba. So mo share combination. Pictures of Odo Broni that the lumba. So mo the former IGP. Ejina ho. Pictures of Odo Broni that the lumba. So mo share the former president, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo. Pictures be were pictures of Odo Broni that the lumba. So we share current president John Dramani Mahama. In the pictures we na chese that number and for Odo Broni antete. And no way na ka. The defense witness Odo Broni akonta. Ye tax office administrator no. E ba court no. Now, judge no also eka say all exhibits no as a defense witness we di buy no. Emu biye ni hono mo. Just omutu bi botugu ye. There was even one another dilumba eka say sisia no aka ne nse no mienu. In this case na all refer to Odo Broni mame any Odo Broni nana as ne nse no mienu and the video was admitted. Obi en raise objection bia e wo court. Again, okay say Odo Broni akonta no our courts the 6 video na me ye no me catch am so chiremu time a omo firstborn say was in December 2011 judge ne chira almost also presented evidence of akwala no ne passport bio page no omo present here I tell you say akwala ne date of birth wo hono mo December 2011 it's not say ni sa defense witness no Edia no pepe. It's a judge say, sa witness no any witness are ohun say no kwa no ka no kre. because your can ye be ano etali to no ne no masem ni na no judge no egito mu se no gina hobi na ne ni tuemu bi na ne ni tuemu bi nti ona dance a odi endie judge no huri se eye kroji asem bi ani ho na mom mami Akosua brempo dance obedi wa wa no ho de ohwe ni tutu because mami Akosua brempo ma no banya me na meka mami Akosua brempo ma no omu label as plaintiff witness 1 PW1 wonya document ni bia obehu wom mami Akosua brempo ma de judge ne kira omudi ne begina ho no mo etoto na no what I say okaye say na Odo Broni enye ne bra no eyere ne bra na ware Odo Broni da enya de nanso e wo tape audio omudi ba court no omote yes or refer to Odo Broni as sweet sister-in-law senkenye tape na enka mami Akosua brempo ma ebedi sa dance ne efa ne ho de nanso tape no eche ne say any pay a would deny no say O Brown Winey and I'll refer to as sweet sister-in-law. Again, judge ne say because na mami Akosua brempo ma ebe gina court on or admit yes na Odo Broni ne kasa ofun so na o send Odo Broni and that Lumba musika na active money or the more no na dey so ya aware to the extent so to me admit yes na ni tuemu no Odo Broni na Lumba e wo mo first born no in the year 2011 no any defense witness no Odo Broni akonta de no akwa mache say ono tina ho ma ye to ne badin na de third born kra to no na je say onim enti na ofre Odo Broni sweet sister-in-law no na so begina court no mo e ka tire court ne say ne bra no anware Odo Broni. How will answer some of the questions no right? There was a question of Mubisa and say, into no, wonim the entia or maybe PMU or court on or say I onim. No, most also be and say, into onim say, Akosua Serwaa per se, or ye the only surviving spouse of the late Charles Kudufusu. Answer the Mayan, unconvincing court no. What I say? Unconvincing court no. It's the answers are Mami Akosua brempo ma ye any idea no. Evidence say, ono ankasano, na say on person obe admit it. Sampane bra ware Odo Broni was said no ordinary. Judge ne can say, but for the audios which are now in evidence, the first witness for the plaintiff would have succeeded in denying that the second defendant was married to the deceased and that she was their sweet sister-in-law. Inko be denying, but audios in a gripping mami Akosua brempo ma. And a judge ne assign ba ware no structure no so say ebi mo beka say na so mo warrior dance for any ho any ade ono jad ni dutum say this year no aware bi wo ho no mo a yekoye bi wo event centers eto da yeko hotels eto da so ebi mo ye wo parks but so obi so ye ne de secret a nullifies how warrior no so we a personal ceremony bi wo fie ketua bi a nullify aware because aware no enye defined by celebrations. These were the words of the judge. Or she video obedi adansi sampa sano kae. Or say aware enye defined by celebration no, enye defined by the venue. Nemo me parties no. Na enoma ehu hia kese ene say yaji oba no etirinsa. The ehu hia ne say yaji oba no etirinsa because plaintiff witness they say in this case teacher Safo Kantanka obetchi asante amamemu no echire amamenu mu a je say oye expert witness ampa nti enema oka yeri na no wagiatum teacher Safo Kantanka ansem oka no wagiatum na eba be guide no won sima ba be kan hu wagiatum say teacher Safo Kantanka echire mu say aware bi wo ho no mu a wonyim obi a e wa ashanti custom wotumi nyim obi na wa fa nipa no ene na tena na wa ware no ene ade wotumi so na obi tena osomwa na wa ware ndi na hye ni monyam ne ade etie santi Safo Kantanka ncheche a ode abema court no a waje ne nsem atom nti no so otwe Safo Kantanka nsem no ewo fom a enye yie enu nti no ohu ne so Odo Broni ya ware no ewo amamrem because the hia ne se etua otirisa eno pe ne de hia venue ni ade no celebration no ehu hia de hia ne se yetua otirisa enti so ma Akosua Serwaa kwan say on defining the one as the only surviving spouse of the late Charles Kudufusu enye yie because Odo Broni so na mamre kwan so no ye ware no Judge can say, having so determined upon balance of probabilities, the plaintiff cannot be said to be the only surviving spouse of the late Daddy Lumba. Enti, esa insa oji Odo Broni aware ni tuma ayeye. No. There is nowhere I'll bet me jinaka se mami Akosua Serwaa kwa na the only surviving spouse of the late Charles Kodefosu. Odo Broni so a surviving spouse of the late Charles Kodefosu. And remember, say already no judge now trash out mami Akosua Serwaa civil marriage with the late Charles Kodefosu. It's mami Akosua Serwaa and to me ain't claiming monogamy wahasi. It is a customary law near the Babenante. And customary marriage, you know, Emma ho kwan say what me worry and mamienu a polygamous in nature. Into that means both Odo Broni and the mami Akosua Serwaa can be recognized as the late Charles Kodefosu. But see the judge ne carry to aso. Judge ne also carry to aso biom say. Seba ni kunayo mu a. Kunayo de. Enye court ne de ba be kire se wan na be ye kuna na ase bibi. Eye custom and cultural values. That lumba eye asantini. That lumba e belong to ni maame side. I just said that lumba esa so eye odehye e wo paakoso. It is a bano widowhood rights na enye obi entitlement enye se me na me wona ese fata se oye kuna debi teacher safo kata ka ba chirem se kuna no eyesunsun mwade ene amamre enti ebusua no na ebe kire ebusua amamre na ebe kire se hwan na betumi aye kuna no. And in this case no that lumba maame ebusua no ene ebe kire they say ebusia penny any a man penny for we ebusia no be tena so no ma hwese hwan na wo so ye kuna no no ma ye ho hye kama na samre no e de na ebusia fo betumi agina so de ahwese hwan na ye ma ne ho kwan ma ne nye kuna se na cha safo kantaka akire mu no suban eka ho nti judge ne kan ye e wo ne nsem mu say it is that pertinent for a spouse to respect and live peacefully in the with the family of the deceased husband. And I think to settle all disputes with them amicably if she dares to perform the widowhood rites. Into judge ne ka wa say, "So we or yere kuna ho asem ne de enya wo entitlement e ya mamre na be kire ebusua na be kire say hwan na won kwan so be ye kuna no enti so ye yere na so pese ye kuna ne bi dia so woni be ma na ebusua ne tena wa asomdwem so woni omo wa akasakasa bi na asa asem bi a e wo so otumi ni omo tena se na mo settle bi bia amicably say indeed e wo ni so be ye kuna na wotumi nka se me na me pese me ye kuna enti mo fa kuna ne mame sa na judge no e kan ena judge ne ba awari jaye so judge ne ba awari jaye so no na o chie mu say petition for divorce e wo honomo what you say chie say obi obe petition for divorce no also to me providing evidence say aware no a breaking beyond reconciliation. Now under section 31 of a divorce act no e can say court no bema date ni ade how a court no be see handle divorce issues esiafa ene de kaka ho sa aware na wo hemfa e wo Ghana omo ware wo Ghana na ni na section 31 ne kan wasem. Now, what me share years ne so say 3 years, you 3 years home ra ho, you 5 years home ra ho de na. Na enyoma ye to be gina so edi go awaye no. Ebi any desertion, ebi eye suban, and ebi so eye separation without consent. It is a number way na judge no eba betako ye say. Evidence be any on record. I just said the late Charles Kodefosu and the mami Akosua Serwaa go through divorce proceedings. Or say evidence be anyone on record, sir. Se mami Akosua Serwaa at the ensa ekoya and no nya grounds for divorce because omo to me prove ye inti ano na de omo ye film name om judge ne ka wo ha no mo biom say sesia issue no ene say was there desertion and I said the bekan is abandonment and I said separation without consent no e be by na inti ano na judge ma be chemu say some media e wo mremu no. There is no evidence. She said the late Charles Kodefosu ni mami Akosua Serwaa no omu go through any divorce process bi say bia emremu. Of course letters ni ade wo be address here no name omba be say mami Akosua Serwaa any that Lumba aunt na for 17 years no ye betumi aka say or abandon that Lumba now because that was one of the things na a lawyer for no raise e court honomo Odo Broni lawyers Sana no moka or court or Mami Akosua Serwaa abandoned that lumba. Or then that's now for 17 years. It's a judge this or walk it through no more shame. Into a walk it through no. And the judge say during cross-examination, right? Anybody jeva Mami Akosua Serwaa no. Omo bisa ni said that lumba bagana year be. Or said that lumba bagana 2013. Now so omo put it to sign pan say records no HS that lumba bagana 2007, 2008 hono. Or you aware now? Okay, I said debi. Now the last time who that the lumba, year 2014, 2014. Later, or also about 2018 bio. And the answer said to no or deny ye. Na answer na a chat or my no, and it said oh nim ye crop. Eno, and I judge to us can say, Emma moya cross examination. When to me ama any detail of reasons no my say Mami Akosua Serwaa into me amba Ghana no say loan say mortgage when to me ama any valid detail be able to me supporting reasons no my oh no akasa no witness statements no emu when to me ama wait to me ama when to me confirm me say be Mami Akosua Serwaa within 17 years no or performing the wife duties when to me performing Nempo defense counsel no raise concern say Mami Akosua Serwaa that lumbe Japan in the businesses war Germany no Mami Akosua Serwaa na je the boss so the Japan in the business war Germany Mami Akosua Serwaa na je boss so plaintiff counsel no to me and counter answer cry or the maye no answer cry inipa no je Mami Akosua Serwaa the maye no na enye convincing enough. Now, Mami Akosua Serwaa nsem a de be two courts enim no. I am very clear say that the lumba free Germany eba Ghana say obe pay medical attention. No kasa ni witness statement evidence in chief and I say ni nsem o twe no. And he said that lumba na also oba Ghana ebe pay yaresa. Inti I clear say that lumba free Germany ba Ghana so be pay yaresa. Now even though say Mami Akosua Serwaa lawyers mentioned 2013 no. Right? Mentioned 2013 no. Ewo omo evidence omo evidence omo de buy no. Paragraph 19 no. Omo bo years mienu 2011 and 2012. It is said that Lumba relocated by Ghana in the year 2013. Eba ni say na Akosua Serwaa to misra that the Lumba 2011 and 2012. Enye possible. Now that neso omo date no osaso chituma enye ye kire say. Ti omo say that the Lumba eba Ghana, which in this case no Mami Akosua Serwaa lawyer and say that Lumba ba Ghana 2013. And earlier no that say but omo evidence we no omo de buy no. Paragraph 19 almost say Akosua Serwaa sra that Lumba 2011 2012. Obi oba Ghana 2013 no. Eba say na wo sra 2011 2012. It doesn't make sense, right? Now so almost also say still around 2013 that Lumba buy ya. Yenye mas we say. Akosua Serwaa any that Lumba e wo mamiensa. The odi kan no 31 years. The otosu mienu no 24 years. Now so mo last born 20 years e wo Mami Akosua Serwaa say mo twa ya paragraph 13 no. Waka say time another Lumba every ni nchen aba Ghana no. One of the reasons into ono Akosua Serwaa no entumi na mba Ghana no because say no ma akola nufo. Na say no ma akola nufo a na say the last born no 20 years. That means say no be around 2005 2004 in it, right? 2005 and akola no be 20 years. Is that not it? Na so say time that Lumba relocate no ma akola nufo a na say the lawyer said that the Lumba eba Ghana during cross-examination. Lawyer said that Lumba ba Ghana in the year 2013. Oh, besides say Mami Akosua Serwaa no, does it mean say no breastfeeding? Ne Bana will be 20 years old no. From say 2004 2005 no to 2013 na practically impossible. But what is actually possible no? Odo Broni mo account o mo ma say omo share that the Lumba in the year 2006, some 19 years ago. Which makes a lot of sense. Say, Mami Akosua Serwaa eba no 20 years. It is not breastfeeding ba. And around that time that Lumba free Germany ba Ghana. Then it will be around 2006. 2006 to 2025. 19 years. So the 2013 Omoka said that Lumba relocated back Ghana. No. And no credit. That Lumba back Ghana 2013. If for nothing at all. Or back Ghana before 2013. In 2013, or the 2 enye. Also, Sir Akosua Serwaa, ye ban visit so our person or the chess one abandoned that the Lumba, ye ban visit so. So you visited that Lumba Penyampa in the year 2011. That means then Kobabe to Odo Broni enyem. Because around that time, no, now Odo Broni and that Lumba at the Tantra Hills. It was in the year 2016 and Odo Broni that Lumba a movie here from Tantra Hills to East Legon. Judge name as high reason we say. It also defies the Omutroya statement to Akosua Serwaa beside that Lumba in the year 2011 because about 2011, then it would have left her no option than to live with Odo Broni and that Lumba. E wo mufie wa Tantra Hills. And hono nkobe hu se Odo Broni awo ana se Odo Broni enyem a oba bewo. So it's not possible say Akosua Serwaa esra that Lumba in the year 2011. Ojetuma enye ye. Osasu ka biom say die obia anje ho chim 2018 die na say Akosua Serwaa ba Ghana no obia anje ho chim. But no want to be engineer so nka say Akosua Serwaa ye the wifey duties because at the time no remember saying the year 2016 and that the Lumba and Odo Broni a movie here from Tantra Hills a call a year East Legon obia or can some way be jatum sampa Akosua Serwaa ba Ghana nemo wan kwatena East Legon okwatena Tantra Hills na enyo ni kunu no oka no eneti nti Akosua Serwaa untumi nka say osra that the Lumba oba Ghana de na wan sra that the Lumba wasaso ka biom say years we no more than enough so obeka say Akosua Serwaa abandon that the Lumba anase o desert no. So this is the breakdown of the news I made earlier. These were the judge no reasons are on my or they can desertion no near abandonment and what's it. What I say? Also ka obiom say so what here Odo Broni akonta no any abusuapani account na omo kire say that the Lumba around 2013 no koye surgery or focus honey ade no. Now that the Lumba Attribution said there is no way that Lumba betumi etu e free Ghana ha say e kokko piem o Germany. Mama Akosua Serwaa nipa ogine mu de man no e kan so ohia that Lumba wo Germany the year 2014 no. It couldn't have been possible. Because that time that the Lumba Attribution. And also on betumi aka say though Akosua Serwaa any legal way be to divorce that the Lumba aside letters now or train which letters no or honey but letters no and constitute a legal action though ma 10 days no and constitute a formal legal action nemo you bet me aka say or abandon that the Lumba because of the years any dates no inconsistencies I will from the witnesses the statements any counsel no for Akosua Serwaa. Especially that 2013. And some no more any day. Or the dates never born will be Anna. A manager, the Odo Broni, a contane channel, a di more. So Odo Broni na tina that the Lumba. Na Akosua Serwaa de, o deserti and answer or abandon that the Lumba. The judge's final ruling was that on to me grant say Mami Akosua Serwaa. Sa request now all person court no e declare no as the only surviving spouse no on to me grant no. That would have been on the ground say awari on that Lumba kwe no e monogamous when to me improve. And the same way that Lumba ye entitled say obe practice polygamy. E wa amamre kwan so no. Ade say ebusuafo na e be kire say o mamamre ne mo ho kwan but ebusuafo no to me improve e wo court hono mo say Mami Akosua Serwaa ampa omugu aware no omu to me prove ye wo court so omugu aware no ade say ebusuafo no etumi prove nti e hone de judge ne so jitu mu says ha amame aware no egu ye completely a enye yi nemu obetumi age atom say Akosua Serwaa abandon the late Charles Kwadwofoso nemu the judge ne kedi twa to as I made the ruling I circulate on social media so ne say on him say senka the late Charles Kodefosu aka that the lumba tiasia the obepe and say e ma mienu no in this case e ma mi Akosua Serwaa ene Odo Broni ebe ye kuna enti kuna ne ho sese ne de e ye busuafo no ene be determine na obe bi opeso ye kuna bia no e wo so hu ne say esan say busuafo ne be determine nti no oni omo nkoye asomdue se bibi wo ho no mo solving amicably se ne be yakuna no saa oba akro no ebusua pani ne mba pani be ma no ho kwan na wotumi aye bi ne mo no judge di onim se senka lumba wo ha kra no mo ka asemi anka lumba be pese ma bienu ni na ebe yakuna no ne mo Akosua Serwaa de ontumi mfre ne ho so ye the only surviving spouse of the late Charles Kodefosu. I got 624. So in essence, legally, you would say all the 4 requests of Mami Akosua Serwaa, none in their corny favor. Because the paramount thing, and to Myanmar for me in our corny favor, no, a marriage certificate, no. But that was not admissible in court. The rest, no, the foundation of this entire case, was the marriage certificate. And so judge no cry kind say, oh yes, sure, so chinebi obi beko ko share case bisa. Inti a lawyer for no mutu no mo fe to mo say process we ne ye femu ansa certificates bi anase bibi yetumi agye atom e wo court under the Evidences Act. Section 161 and after section 136. Sana judge no ekai. I gossips 24. This is nothing but the truth. Like I said, we are always on the side of the truth. And this is nothing but the truth. Gossips 24. Magraheb.